Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from BOYI. This is their K104 Pro retro style full-size 104 key mechanical gaming keyboard with OLED display. We're going to dig into this now, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is everything that we get once we get it out of the box here. You're going to get a user manual for the K104 Pro, and this is written in English. It's well laid out. It's not micro print. You're going to be able to check out all the things that you need to reference here, everything that comes in the box, how to connect either wired via 2.4 gigahertz dongle or Bluetooth connection is also in here as well, as all of your OLED screens and how to set your backlight, your connection, and several other things. Now here we've got our function keys and what they do. I'll leave them up at this point in the video. In case I miss anything, you can come back and check this out for your reference. But overall, this has a ton of good information in it if you do need to quickly look something up. So again, come back to this point in the video if you need to check it out. Now, to recharge the 4,000 milliamp battery that is inside of this keyboard or use it in wired mode, you're going to have a USB Type A to USB Type-C braided cable, and this is a nice durable cable here. Again, if you're going to use the software for Windows to configure the keyboard, you will have to do it in wired mode, but we have that covered. We do have a key cap and switch puller because this is fully customizable. You can remove the caps or the switches and replace them with any switches that are 3-pin or 5-pin, so you can customize it as your own. Now we do get a couple extra switches here, and these are the jadeite green hi-fi linear switches. They come pre-lubed from the factory, and they are 5-pin switches. These work out really well, and if you do need to change them out, they give you a couple extras here. Also, if you want to go with a completely different switch, you can do that as well too. We do get some colored keycaps here. We do have this retro look, but we can switch out some of the function control, caps lock button, things like that to make it more kind of retro, or make a few different keys stand out if we want to. Looking at the keyboard itself, we do have that full 104 key keyboard layout with that full number pad on the right hand side. The deck itself is an ABS plastic. There is a tiny bit of flex to it, but nothing major. If we do take a look around it, it's clean on all sides except for your USB Type-C plug-in for wired usage and recharging the battery. If we take a look at the back, you do have dual levelers here, so you do get a way to either have this at two different angles if you want to. And underneath this one, we do have a magnetic connect for our USB dongle here for 2.4 gigahertz, and you can keep that here. It's not going to go anywhere. That is where it is stored, nice and neatly underneath that leveler there. Overall, a nice construction from the K104. If you're looking for a retro type looking keyboard, this one is pretty nicely laid out. Taking a closer look here, we've got the jadeite green hi-fi linear switches that come pre-lubed from the factory, and you can see the stabilizer on the shift key also is pre-lubed as well. These again can be switched out for any 3 or 5-pin switches. We do have south-facing RGB, just to let you know, and we do have cherry profile PBT keycaps here that are dye sublimation PBT keycaps in that cherry profile. You can replace these if you would like, but the combination of these keycaps and the switches for me felt really good out of the box. Okay, so up at the top here on the right hand side, we're going to have a knob that will control not only the screen but your volume and mute functions as well. Now, you do have some information here. Of course, you do have what system, how you're connected, your battery life. The red button is for wireless mode to power on and off if you do want to run this in wireless mode. And the green button at the bottom will change from Windows to Mac mode. So if you want to do that, you can easily switch over with just one key. And again, we've got our battery life, time, our mode, and we can go through and do a few different things here. By holding down the knob for 5 seconds, that will put you in volume mode. This will allow you to increase or decrease or single press to mute your volume. If we hold it down again for 5 seconds, it'll take us back to this screen here where we can set our GIF or picture image. I already uploaded a GIF of Alice in Wonderland here, so no problems there coming up on the screen. And we can go back in and we can change what we would like for this as well by just holding down for 5 seconds. You've got a few other things that you can adjust here, such as your backlight settings, either the brightness, the speed, or the mode. So you can adjust the RGB backlighting right here from this without having to even use the software if you don't need to. You can do it right from the knob. Now we do have our brightness again, our speed, and our modes. If we want to go into modes, we can change through about 20 different modes here. As you can see, I can cycle through these very quickly and easily using the screen without even having to use the software. So if you're going to use this in wireless mode, either Bluetooth or 2.4 gigahertz dongle, you can easily set all of these using the knob. Now in our connection settings, we've got wired, we've got 2.4 gigahertz wireless with the dongle, and then we have Bluetooth, and then we can do 3 different Bluetooth devices and switch back and forth between these. So if I do this, you'll see that it's blinking fast, and it's in pairing mode for Bluetooth 1. Same thing for Bluetooth 2 and Bluetooth 3. We can also use the function key and a few different function 1, 2, or 3 to switch to the 3 Bluetooth modes, function W for the wired mode, and so on. So you can use function keys to do this as well. Now we do have OS set. We're going to back and forth between Windows and Mac again if we need to. And again, you've got a bunch of nice little features here on this OLED screen. Okay, so let's take a look at the software for the BOYI K104 Pro. You can see here we do have our light settings, and we do have a drop-down box here that has several different lighting modes that we can check out. Now, to use this software, you're going to have to be in wired mode, wired to your PC. But you can see we've got a ton of different modes here. We can adjust the brightness right from here, the speed, the color of the lights. We can make them RGB or a single color. And if we really want to dial in a certain color, we can use the color picker right there as well. So you can see that if we do want to do the button settings, we've got that on our next stop here. If we click on the R key, for example, we've got the default function. We can do mouse keys, we can do fire keys, we can do standard keyboard buttons, multimedia keys, system functions, macro functions, or office keys. So you've got plenty of customization per key except for the function key, because the function key is going to be hardwired to do other combinations to change lighting and other effects. Now we do have a full macro suite here where we can import, export, make our own macros, and of course store them here and use them, assign them to whatever keys we would like. Under other settings, we've got our Windows lock, exchange the WASD keys, and N key rollover, which you will probably just leave on. And then we have quick keyboard setup. This will take you to your Windows keyboard settings to even further go in and change a few things if you want to, like your repeat delay, things like that. Your USB report rate on the bottom goes from 125 hertz all the way up to 1000 hertz. Most people will leave it on 1000. Now in view screen, this is where you can add a static image or a GIF animation. I have this one from Alice in Wonderland. You saw it a little bit earlier. You can add new frames. You can clear all your frames. You can save all your frames in the settings tab. And if we want to import an animation or even draw our own, you can see that there's a little pen icon there. We can even make our own little doodles there and put them on. So we've got a GIF here. We're just going to upload that, and that's how you'll do that, the animation button at the bottom. And then we'll go to upload, and you can see you can upload the single frame, all frames, or you can export the picture or export the GIF as well if you want to save it locally on your PC. Uploading all frames will upload the entire GIF, and you'll be good to go. So that's pretty easy and straightforward to use. Now under settings here, we've got our language. We do have our keyboard and our app versions here that will have update buttons if you need to update them. Overall, a well-rounded app that gives you plenty of functionality for the K104 Pro. So there you go. That's my review of the BOYI K104 Pro retro style 104 key keyboard with OLED display. I do like the information that the OLED display can give you. I like that you can upload a GIF or a picture. If you're looking for a retro style full-size keyboard, you might want to put this one on your shortlist. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll check you guys out on the next one.